It's 9 p.m. and I'm still at work, and I'm gonna to tell you about my works. Now when I was a kid, I wanted to work. I knew that work is a most important part of life, and I always wanted to work. And as a child I picked up some herbs to to earn money, and I earned some money, and I bought trainers. After that, there was an experience at school, and I was working at a school garden with my classmates. Uh, Maybe I was 16 or 15, and our work was paid. Then I became a student, and I started to look for a job because I knew that my parents wouldn't give me um, much money, and I was like a promoter. I tried to work as a florist, and I was working for 6 months maybe, and it wasn't a good experience because my bosses were some kind of sectants, um, and I don't remember. Did they get me fired, or I quitted a job myself? I don't remember. Then I uh, was uh, uh, giving presentations about I don't know, about fabrics for about textiles. I was giving presentations when I was uh, uh, in the third course, uh, and also I was working as a waitress, not for a long time, and I quitted this job because summer began, and lived. I lived to America, and I was working there for 3 summer months, and it was the best summer in my life. I was as kitchen staff, and my responsibilities were to obey our cook and to do that she wanted us do, and there I learned English. After returning home from America, I started to teach children, and then I was learning English. I decided to continue learning English in one language school, and while I was studying, I was telling about my experience, teaching experience, young learners, and the director of language school offered me a job at her school because she uh, no, 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 no. She fired one of her teachers, uh, and I started to work. I was working there for 2 years, and then I was a kind of fired. I was dismissed because we didn't find mm, mm, um, good. I don't know. We we had some problems in our relationships, and something happened. It was difficult time, but I knew before I was dismissed, I knew that I want to quit, and I wanted run my own school, and I did it. So for this period, I've been running my business for 5 years, and I teach only young learners because I know that my English is not perfect, and I'm not a professional teacher because I have a diploma of law faculty. But now I'm studying English at the university, and the next year I'll be a teacher in my diploma, um, professional teacher. But I know that teaching is my cup of tea, and I'm good at it. I know how to teach young learners, and my students knows a lot, and they are very successful in English. And now I'm writing books, and some kind of courses uh, for children. And what about my parents? They always work. My mom, for example, she's working, and she always worked in one place for her whole life, almost, not a whole life, but a lot of time. And what else? Uh, mm, and she's retire re- retired, but she is still working. And my dad works in the forest, and my grandparents, they are retired, and they work at home. They look after domestic animals, and after gardens, and after a house. That's it.